We hate each other. That's why we hate each other. It's that simple. I'm so sick of watching these channels when they go into deep like analysis and they talk about, I don't know, man. They get into who was the guy, man, that everybody jumps to. I don't know. They go back to these ancient historians, man, and they talk about why these problems exist now. And it's like it's some credibility and some validity to some of it. But it's like let's talk about Friedrich Nietzsche, and what Freud said, and this is why. You know what I'm saying? What's Alexander the Great's teacher, man? Aristotle. Let's talk like all of these people, man. Like, no, it's none of this. Like, everybody wants to be deep. Like I said, there are some instances where like it's just a truality. What is it? A truality? A truism? Like it is. Like, it's just what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Any a 16-year-old could tell you that's what the problem is. But think about the ghetto, man. And I know we had a fall off in the Great Depression too, but think about the ghetto and the kids not being. That don't stop anybody from the ghetto. Money don't stop. It doesn't stop people from having children. People stop having children when they just hate each other. There was a time in the early 90s where it kind of slowed down too, because black women were getting jobs or on welfare. And I know this happened in the 60s, and just leaving black men and say, oh, I could go get me a white man. And they thought that in the 60s. This is what they thought. Like, it wasn't even that they just found a white man attractive more. Some of them could have found him more attractive, but it's like this better living, which is what they say we do now, where, black men, athletes and all of them, they still marry black women 80% of the time. Well, that's another story. But we can get out of here, or we can be independent. Not even necessarily loving another race. We can be independent. That's what they thought, and then they saw that didn't work out for them, and they get back to having babies again. We are not having children, not because of financial problems or the economy. Like I said, in the suburbs, maybe that could be a thing. We don't like each other, dog. Straight up, men and women do not like each other. I've never seen white men and white women not get along like this. They used to be on the same page back in the day, whether they were like hateful racists or nice good people. White people used to love each other. I'm using them just to step outside of black people, so I'm not just in an echo chamber speaking on one race. Man, look at Asians. Asian women don't want to do nothing but date and get tossed around by different white men. You saw Akasha's wife. I used to be popping my pussy at these frat parties. That's all they want to do now, especially foreign women like Indian women. They love white men. They are in love with, like, I don't even know if it's the skin or anything. I just think it's the movies and the propaganda and the so-called betterness of the white men, which they don't even feel that way. They feel downtrodden. White men feel like victims nowadays. That's why you got all of this Trump stuff. Make America great again. White people fight back. Like, they feel downtrodden. They don't feel like the men, but that's this idea. Like I said, with American movies and propaganda, we hate each other. Look at the men on screen that they show of men. Like, we don't look strong. We always bend in the knee to women. They want strong men. That's part of our problem. That's men. Like, I could have had children plenty of times, but it just would have been to like a ghetto white girl, ghetto mixed girl, ghetto black girl, which I don't want. Like, so in a sense, I'm part of the problem. I'm just not about to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas back in the day, I look at my father. My mother was from the projects. I'm gonna have his word. He didn't care. I do. So that's like, I'm part of the problem, quote unquote. We don't like each other, dog. I don't like ghetto hood girls, man. Like, my biggest, when you look at the demographic of girls who like you, mine is hood mixed girls and hood white girls. For some reason, growing up, those women have always just flocked to me. Mixed hood girls and white hood girls, not dark skinned girls or dark skinned hood girls. No girls no girls from the suburbs, not Asians, not Middle Easterners. I will say Latinas half. It's been mostly Mexican and Puerto Rican, but like that was when I was chilling around Mexicans in Southwest Mexican town. But for the most part, mixed black and white hood girls. Notice I'm saying hood in front of that. and hood white girls, not suburban white girls. I've been with those other than, but like the ones who flock to me. And who wants that as like a, if you could kind of hear, I kind of talk proper somewhat. I mean, you could tell I'm from the neighborhood, but like I moved to the burbs still when I was a teenager. Like, I'm not ghetto. That's what I was. I'm from the neighborhood, but I'm not ghetto. I don't want a ghetto girl, but that's who flock to me. And we are alike, because you got the people who do the red pill stuff and the MGTOW stuff. Some of them don't have, never been with a woman, or don't have women flocking to them at all, or women that's not attractive. These women were attractive too, by the way. They was hood as hell, but they were attractive. And you got some of them that just hate the women that they get thrown, which is, I'm part of that. Like, I don't like my picks. I don't see myself living with that forever, man. Like, we would have made beautiful children, but I couldn't deal with a woman that was so argumentative, disagree. Like my mother. I couldn't deal with a woman like my mother. And I love my mother, is the great, but I could not see myself marrying a woman like her. They always say a man wants to marry his mother, or like a woman like his mother. Not me, and to take it off of me, though, I say that to say this, like, that's everybody. It's a lot of black girls, suburban girls, that would love to be with a white man. It's so many suburban black girls. Some just hate themselves. But, like, white people peep that. White men peep that. It's like, I had a lot of friends, white friends, who dated black girls. I'm from Michigan, interracial dating. It wasn't even called that. We didn't, like, before television. Like, we just do it. Everybody dated everybody growing up. But they love white men. Like, they love them. But white men don't want to be with, like me, hood girls, or some white men just don't like black girls. That's not their picture perfect family picket white fence. Is some dark-skinned black girl or a light-skinned black. They don't like it. They wanted that blue-eyed, blonde-haired white woman, or that dark-haired, raven-haired black white woman. Or a Latina. That wasn't in the plans from white guys, like starting like Middle Eastern women too. They and yellow fever, but some of them don't flock. Like in Michigan, I seen it, but like it's not a lot of. This is a rare case for Asians here, man. Like, a lot of them be in the hood, like hip. Like, when I say be in the hood, they date like hip hop-ish dancing kind of guys, or they stick with their own, which is very rare. I think across the country, a lot of them don't like, they like white guys. But I think a lot of them from across the country, like, even if you look at a lot of these Asian streamers, I'm going to use them because they're not from where I'm from. They just don't want kids. A lot of them will say it. Like, a lot of Asians that play video games, like girls who stream, or Asian women that work, there's like workaholics, they don't want children. You know what I'm saying? They don't want kids. Or like you see them on these game shows, and I'm just speaking of the Asians that I know that I see. Like, you see them on these game shows, they're asking for a whole bunch of money before you can even date them. Like, they want you to pay for them to marry them. Like, there's some sort of crazy prize. Like, we hate each other, dog. Like, and to take it to the women just hate men. I've never seen so many lesbians in my life. I've dated a lot of them and didn't even know. It's like, yeah, I usually like girls. You like the first guy I dated in a while, or the first guy I dated. I'm like, what? Why didn't you tell me? I don't want to get into this. Like, liberal white women and liberal black women for the most part. Like, I've dated a liberal black woman who, she had dated guys in the past, but not really. And then the liberal white woman who's never dated a guy ever, and then she chose a black guy of all things to what's the word I'm looking for? Experiment. Like, it's not like this was when I was a young man. This was nothing like this. Like, we hate each other. It has nothing to do. I ain't gonna say nothing to do. I'm pretty sure, like I said, somewhat. Like, I just think about the hood, which had black, white, Mexican. Nobody cared about the economy. Everybody was just having kids because we loved each other. I was born in 87, man. So in the 90s, I had to start having sex at a young age, which I shouldn't have. I was 11 years old when I first started, but that's a different story. And I got taken advantage of, but that's a different story. But we were all doing that back then. Everybody just liked everybody. Like, even what's so crazy back then, like, you had hoes that nobody went near, but like, you had girls who was like maybe a guy that you wasn't super cool with, but that was your man's. Because we got, like, in my city, we all grew up with each other. We was all like family. And then they broke up and you went with her. You gave her a week or two to see if they would get back to, and like, your mans didn't care and you didn't care. because she was like a good girl. Like they just didn't work out, and you didn't ask what they. It's like they went together, so you just man, they probably was having sex. But it's like girls were such great people back then that she was gonna cook. She was gonna have your kids if you wanted them. She was gonna be yours. When she was yours, she was yours. That was the thing. Like now is if a girl is just loose, she not cooking, cleaning, doing nothing, giving you money. She just around. Oh, I'm cute. Now I'm on to the next guy. Now I'm on to the next guy. You take me on that. I'm your problem now. They weren't they wasn't problems. They were an addition when I was younger. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I saw that change. Like, I give my 3 pet peeves that I see on all girls now. I never wanted to date a girl with tattoos. That's number 3. Number 2 would be smoking. Girls did not smoke. Think about Nia Long in the movie Friday. Remember, he was trying to hide the fact that he was smoking. Our girls smoke more than us. And my number 1 biggest pet peeve with a woman was cursing. They curse like sailors now. That's some weeks to say museums like, oh, girl, cuss like a sailor because it was so rare. They do all 3 of those things. Who wants that? And I know I'm just speaking mostly from the man's side of things, but I'm a man. But even women, like, they look at how weak we are. And, like, being short was not an issue because everybody fought back then. So girls kind of measured you up to see if you was a cow. Girls don't even need you to win every time, dog. Like, if you just, like, protect yourself and show warrior skills, they will pick you. Like, I remember I lost the fight to a dude, but I didn't fall, and he was 4 years older than me, and everybody was scared. He kind of was like the Debo in our, like, little class, like, to our generation, I guess. He was 4 years old. He just was hanging around us for some reason and trying to smash our women. Like, he used to hit the little, like, rascals, like the little runaways and the weird girls. He used to just try to pick them off, and, like, he just kept coming around, and he tried to come around, like, my circle and tried to smash one of the girls. Like, he was, like, real grapey. So I stood up for her or whatever, and, like, you know, he got the best of me. Like, I'm the reason why I say I lost that fight, I bled more. I think he gave me 2 black eyes. I think I might have, like, cut his lip. We was going back and forth punch. I felt every blow. And, like, it just felt worse. But everybody's like, you stood your ground. They didn't necessarily say I lost, but I lost. Like, I can't believe you fought him. And then the girls flocked because it was like, that's a warrior right there. They didn't go with the grapey guy. He didn't get the girls because and he didn't come back around because it's like, I know if I come back around, I'm going to have to deal with a fight, and his boys might help this time. Because my boys saw the glory that I got. They might want to, or they just felt like cowards the first time for not jumping in, which they did cut the fight out. Like, you know, the fight lasted for a little bit, but then when they saw it was dragging on me, they came and, you know, split us apart. So he thinking next time, like, man, they might pick up a rock and bash me over the head with it. So girls want warriors, man. You don't have to be the biggest, strongest, tallest guy. They just want a guy that's gonna stand up for himself and her. That's it. We not that anymore. I don't even see kids fight anymore. We're just like, don't fight just to fight. But we don't like each other, man. It has nothing to do with, like I said, a little bit, but it's not the economy. It's not crunching the numbers. It's not that things have changed. It's not the internet. It's none of that, dog. We don't like each other. Even when you got girls sleeping with guys on it and they don't like them. Like, you think, oh, you gotta have money and be a Chad and Tyrone. They don't even like them guys. That's why they don't really have kids with them like that. They just, oh, it was a fun ride. You know how many girls I didn't been with and then dated that guy and like, I'm like, all right, you got what's the name? What's the name want you back? You can get what, I'm gonna just say the high school quarterback or anything like that, or a guy who had money around the way, or a guy from the city over, or a guy who came from New York and he had money driving a Benz or something. Like, he wasn't all of that, or he wasn't barely around, or he wasn't me right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's going on. Like, nobody has it all. Nobody has it all. He smelled funny. Like, he had bad hygiene. He didn't used to wash up. His breath was banging. Like, you don't know. So it's like, man, we just don't like each other. The picks that we get, we don't like. So once again, when it comes to that, I'm problem. I didn't like my picks, man. So it's like I'm a wait. Is, you know what I'm saying? I'm still young enough to have children. So it's like some people going overseas, man. You know, I got 2 friends that went across the waters, man, to find a wife. And that's just my analysis on it, man. We just hate each other. Like, when I go to the neighborhood, like, they don't get along. These kids don't even dance with each other, man. We was the last generation when we wasn't standing up against the wall. We was dancing. Even if you didn't have like girls didn't like you found a friend of yours that was a girl and danced with her that night. Like, we got along with each other, dog. We walked with each other after school. Like, girls and guys used to hang out. Because, like, it wasn't necessarily girls and guys being friends either. Because I don't want y'all to believe that, like, oh, girls and guys was friends. Yo, no, it wasn't necessarily like we was a group. We were like family. And that's why people married and had kids with each other back then. I just got left out. Like I said, I didn't like my picks. But we hung out with each other because it was natural. Like, okay, you could see and look like, oh, she gonna end up with him, or he gonna end up with her. Brittany gonna end up with Kevin, and that's what happened. Like, most of these people ended up with each other and had families, and we went apart. That's naturally what happens. It's not natural. Everything is unnatural. It's trans. Like, my boy was telling me his daughter go to school and it's trans. This is trans. She's gay. She's like, most of the girls are just gay, and the guys are just into being weak. Like, when I say that, I mean they're just into. I'm not about to go ask. I'm not going to quiet and keep a jacket on all day. It's like, yeah, we were playing. It was hot outside. He just kept his big coat on. Like, just weird stuff. Remember the kid from oh my God, the Kevin Spacey movie, man, American Beauty. The kid with the bag and the he had the bag, and I think in the other movie that they was making fun of him. But he had the camera. He always had the camera. Like, weird like that. That's like how these kids are now, man. Just something weird. It's like, what are you doing? It's funny because I'm saying that kid from American Beauty at the camp. Everybody got their iPhones, man, just all day trying to stream. I didn't even think about that. It's exactly like that. Anyway, man, on that note, we don't like each other. That's why we not having kids. Like I said, do you realize how many people in the ghetto? My mother's generation, my grandmother's, my brothers, like how many people was having kids in the ghetto and we didn't have no money living in the projects? Come on, man. Think about it. Even the people y'all know with money not having kids. That's it, man. Don't be a nigga.